Hello, I'm Pam Carruthers of HealingStars.com. This is the chart for the new moon, 17th of January 2018. It's set for London in the UK. This is the first new moon of the year, and what an incredible chart it is. The reason being, we have a whole stellium, a group of planets of stars, stellium means stars, in the sign of Capricorn. Saturn, Mercury, Pluto, Moon, Sun, and Venus. Now, this is a really focused sign, and this is really asking us to focus on Capricorn and Saturn, its ruling planet. Notice some aid, some allies in the form of Jupiter and Mars in Scorpio. Water signs and earth signs are compatible. So if you are a water sign, hang out with earth signs. They are good for you, and vice versa. The same applies to fire and air. They also are very compatible. So the energy of this new moon is everything to do with Capricorn, being serious, being committed, setting long-term goals or intentions. If you don't like the word goal, it's a very masculine word after all. Venus has only just moved away from the sun, so Venus is still in the underworld, invisible. But she is just about starting her main journey of the year as an evening star. Jupiter and Mars together, you can see them very clearly on this chart because they're right here in the first house set for the UK, and they are both in Scorpio. Jupiter and Mars combined is power and purpose. It's interesting that they are creating a right angle to the nodes of the moon, which is a very, in personal astrology, that's important. In mundane, or looking at it from the country's point of view, it's a karmic connection. And the UK is facing the whole negotiations around Brexit involving the people. The people are Aquarius, government Leo, the king, the rulership. Now, Chiron is also involved. Chiron is here, it's in Pisces currently, it's going to change sign this year, but notice that very good Mars trine, a flow of energy, the blue line is a flow, and it's very strong. The stronger the line, the stronger the connection. So healing wounds around the masculine. And with the Me Too campaign, that's of course very much in the public arena at this time. Mercury in Capricorn. Mercury is the messenger planet. So writing, making concrete, manifest, put it on paper is what Mercury is saying at this time. It's so easy to keep all the ideas, the fantasies, your dreams up in that vision area. This is Capricorn saying, make it real, that you can touch it, feel it, see it. You have a whole sense of what it really means. Whether that's a project you have, writing a book, maybe you might get married this year, anything that is a true Saturn quality. Now Saturn, from anyone, up to the age of 28, we're learning what Saturn means. Then after that age, 28 and a half roughly, we have felt Saturn goes right around the chart. It's a time of growing up, it's a time of maturity. So Saturn is very much when we recognize our wisdom, recognize how old we are, being practical about that. Practicality is very much a keynote for Saturn. And Saturn is staying for 2.5 years in its own sign of Capricorn. So it's very good for Capricorn people and also the other earth signs such as Virgo and also, of course, Taurus. Recognizing the wisdom of your age, valuing that. Venus at this time is in Capricorn, and this is where I happen to have my Venus, and appreciation of what Venus brings. She is in Capricorn like the wise elder, the one who accepts responsibility, the ability to respond to others and to be of service. So that combination at this time is a really key note. One thing that's a really lovely thing to do, it's creative, is to write down your new moon wishes, what you would like to achieve in the next month, the next lunar month, when we will be in the sign of Aquarius. And before that, in 2 weeks' time at the full moon, we will have a total lunar eclipse. That's always a time of great change. So to be prepared for that change, the good idea is to be flexible. So new moon wishes, you can set them out, but also they can be altered, they can be changed, they can be, that isn't working, let's just shift things a bit. So it's not as if this new moon is saying you've got to commit forever, long term, your next, 3 or 5 or even 10-year goals. But it is about making your mark. As I said, putting what you want, your list, out into the world. I often think of that in the way of like the angels are good for responding for a list. God's too busy. So keep it in the world of the reality of this earth and heaven as well, combined. One other note of importance is Uranus. So we have Uranus in Aries, and it is at a right angle to the Sun and Moon, though they have just passed the exact square. And squares, in astrology, they're called challenging, but they also make us do something. We have to act with a square. And that tension is important. Otherwise, if we have too many trines, too many flowing, life's cool, life's easy, but not actually taking any action. So notice Jupiter and Mars saying, yes, come on, let's just do it. And I look forward to my next webinar I'll be giving. So if you're not on my list, please sign up. I do offer free webinars and they are packed full of content. People love them. So thank you for watching. Pam Carruthers, healingstars.com.